Are we? Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. I think we're live. I think we hit it. We hit the live button. We did it. And music. And music. Oh, you can't hear it. You can't hear the music. Why? Should be able to. I hear it. Hold on. Yo, how come you guys can't hear the music? What the heck is going on with that, huh? That's weird. It's weird. If we go to desktop. Whoa, don't look at that. Yeah, interesting. Can't hear the music for some reason. Let me try to close it and reopen it. So let's go here. Give me a second. Give me one segundo. Let me delete this. Let's do display capture. And let me open up the window. Give me a second. Oh, I heard it. I mean, I hear it. Fuck. You guys probably don't hear it. There we go. Steam music. And let's add an audio capture device. Perfect. And wow, listen to that. Okay, so the music is brought to you by me or YouTube. I don't know if I'm allowed to use that. So we'll see after stream if we get copyrighted with that one or not. And if not, then cool. We're all set. Sorry, you're looking dusty, huh? You're looking kind of dusty. You okay? Looking dusty. Are you okay? You okay? Come on, take care of yourself, brother. Okay. I should have changed it on Steam also. Or Twitch, I mean. Twitch. Da-da. Whoops. Ba-da-da-da. Ba. Oh, wait, you can't hear it there now. Can you hear here? Yeah, you can. Can you hear here? No, you can't. That's because... Don't know why, actually. I don't know why. You can hear it there. Is it because it's off? Whoa, listen to that. You can't. You can't listen to it. Unfortunate. Give me a second. Fixing the kinks. Fixing the kinks. Well, we'll get it right. We'll get it right. Display capture. Make it bigger. Just so I could select this. There we go. Then do audio. Okay. It's not working for some... Yo, what's up, Mr. Zeth? I'm trying to get audio to work on... on this shit. I don't know why it's fucking not working. What's up, brother? How you been? It's working here. You hear the music here? You hear it here, right? Audio is good on YouTube. No. The music. You hear the music here? Because here, it's showing on my thing that you're not able to hear the music. Wait. No. It's still... yeah, I don't know why it's not working. It's working here? Oh no, only when you're full screen. Yeah. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know. It's fucking... God, I hate this music too. Holy shit. Hold on. Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. Let me open this up while I'm trying to figure it out. What's up? What's good, brother? Mr. Meth. MZF, Mr. Meth. What the fuck? That's Mar... I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Hold on. Let's go to settings. Okay. Let me delete layer. Let's add it back in again. Display capture. Hold on. Whoop. And then let's add an audio source. And then it's just not popping up. It's not popping up. Oh, wait. Process sources. I don't know if that's what I'm looking for. Game capture. I don't know if that's what I'm looking for. If it doesn't work. 2. Output devices. Nope, that's not the one either. Process sources. Let's do 2. All right, no music to stream unless we just oh, you know what we can do? Hold on. Is it that I think you should leave reference? If not, that quote lives in my... Yeah, that's it. You know, I'm glad you got that. I feel like... Yeah. I'm joking. Hold on. Let me... This motherfucking software, brother. This motherfucking software. Let's move to here. Let's play it. Hold on. We hear it. This is the solution. I am going to delete this. No! Oh my god. I broke it. No, I broke it. No, I didn't break it. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Let's duplicate this. Okay. It doesn't work here. Hold on. It works here. It doesn't work here. This is the whole stream. I don't know why it's not working. Should be working here. Yo, what's up, Mr. Omed? How was the game published? The game was published pretty well. Pretty good. If I can't show you. I'm trying to figure out this audio stuff that's going on. I'm not too sure. You can't see me anymore. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. If this works here, then we got it. We got a solution. Hold on. We're gonna get it. It's not working. Okay. Delete. Sometimes we got music, sometimes we don't. Oh, this is for the alerts. That's for the alerts. This is for Unity Hub. That's not what I want. I want it for this. Okay. Listen, I know what I'm doing. Okay, no music this stream. I don't care. No music. All right. So today I want to work on the fruit game, but you did ask about the gorilla game and how did it go? How did the gorilla game go? Let me go ahead and adjust this for you really quick. The Gorilla game went okay. I wasn't really expecting it to be a huge winner, you know. But it did go okay. And Control Shift. Ooh, look at that. Look how small I am. Okay. And I'll show you the stats for it right now. Right now. Give me a second. Let me set this to fill. That's me. And then let's set the corner radius to... Boom, look at that. Look how fancy I am. Watch this. You ready? You ready for some cool fucking tech shit? Look. Whoa! Holy shit. Whoa! Holy shit. Whoa! Holy shit. Whoa! Look at that shit. Okay. So, as far as the Gorilla game went, let's show you some stats, right? itch.io. Let me bring up the chat just because I don't see you. Is it on my other account? I think so. Whoop. Here we go. Itch. Dashboard. So the Gorilla game, Gorilla versus Man. This game got it got some downloads, which is interesting because I haven't talked about it at all yet. I just made it and then I tossed it up. I tossed it away, you know. Currently it is sitting at something like, let me click, something like 5 plus 9. Don't help me. Hold on. Don't help me. 5 plus 9. Wait. There's one more. 5 plus 9 plus 1. So if we take the 1 and then plus the 9, let's round that to like 10, right? Got like, it got a good number of downloads. Yeah, it got a good number of downloads. Haven't talked about it yet, so we're still waiting on that first. Still waiting on it to, like, you know. Currently, though, so Next Fest is coming up soon-ish. I don't know if I'm allowed to say when it's actually coming up. Actually, maybe we can. Hold on. Let's look it up. When does... Oh, right. I was going on to Twitch to change the title and stuff. Stream summary, overview, stream manager. Got it. Let's edit stream info. And we're working on a Steam game. Are you going to do a YouTube video on it? Yes, sir. I am going to do a YouTube video on it. Mr. Zeth, I was thinking about asking you, but I was like, I don't know if you're busy or if you would want to do it, so I didn't ask you. But if you, Mr. Zeth, could send me some footage of you playing the game and, you know, like really amping it up for what is it called? For YouTube, you know, that would be sick. I would love that. And I could toss it in the video. That would be cool. I have a PhD in math. Those numbers equal 96. Thank you. I got 96 downloads. Yeah. Cool. Sick. Let me send you the link. Hold on. Working on a Steam game. I just need to change this really quick. Done. Okay. Let me go ahead and change this. Change it on here. By the way, Fruit Game is available on Steam to download. The playtest is currently going on for the Fruit Game. We added in power-ups. So, power-ups. We have 3 different game modes that we're testing out. We're testing out really interesting results so far. I watched some people play it, and it's so interesting how what I thought was going to be like a big banger, you know, what is it called? Fruit Game, playtest now. Go request access. I am looking at it constantly. Once you request access, I will immediately grant you access, okay? Personally, I'm doing that myself. Okay. What the fuck was I talking about? Yeah, it's just crazy to see how people are playing the Fruit Game and how the things that I thought would be important, actually not that important, you know? Hold on. Let me send the Gorilla game to Mr. Meth. Gorilla. I know that's your favorite nickname. Okay, let's go to... All right. Like what? What did you think would be important? Well, the big thing that we were focusing on for the fruit game is the power-ups. And we found, or so far I have found, that there are a subset of people in the fruit game that are actually really adverse to the power-ups just in general as a concept. It was really interesting to see that they didn't even want to engage in that side of the game because they considered it cheating, which was really interesting. Really interesting. Let's go. Hold on. Because I thought, like, you get tired of the main game. Maybe that's a part of it. Maybe they haven't played the main game, right? So they're still brand new to the whole entire concept. But once they actually start to play a little bit more, they go like, let's see what the power-ups are all about, I think that might be a part of it. As far as right now, I have been working on trying to get localization working, but I don't really know what languages to target, what languages would be the most beneficial to target. So I just asked ChatGPT what languages are the most beneficial to target. And that's what we're working on right now. A little bit, kind of, because let me just show you. I don't know if you can already see, but holy shit, we got localization working. Bare bones. Everything is bare bones so far. But we have to take this from really bare bones to this fucking music. Really bare bones to like a more polished, more fleshed out concept by... fuck, that's what I was going to do. I was going to check if I'm allowed to say when Next Fest is. When is the next Fest? The next Fest will take place on June 9th, June 9th. So it's in here in a couple of weeks. Next Fest is going to be June 9th, and we have to have our build for our demo before then. So I have something like 2-ish weeks, a little bit over 2 weeks, in order to get a really solid demo polished for Next Fest. And we don't have that. We don't have that yet. So that is what we're focusing on today. And I guess for the next coming streams, I don't know how many of these I'm going to do. But I remember, or I don't know. I kind of enjoyed doing this. Just like sitting here working. It was kind of nice. Okay. Anyways, we have, that's kind of bad. Spanish, English. Yo, I have a problem with my game. The time in my game is a lot longer than the actual time. 1 second is probably 1 minute. How do I fix that, or what's causing that? I have an object to hold it for a second. I have an object to hold it for 2 to 3 seconds. What do you mean? Explain that to me a little again. Yo, I have a problem with my game. The time in my game is a lot longer than the actual time. 1 second is probably 1 minute. How do I fix that, or what's causing that problem? I don't know. I would have to look at the code. Send in the code in chat. Piece by piece. Write it in. So we got localization working. But as you can see... Oh, that's bad. You see that? We have a few different languages that aren't being visualized because we don't have an actual font that is able to work with that language. So it's just not being rendered correctly. See that? We got Portuguese, that's fine. We got Boruski, right? Russian, that's fine. German, Francis, Turkish. We have a lot of language. Polish. And we also have Thai. But the languages, Thai is not being rendered correctly. Unsure why. We also have... It's like switching the player needs to interact with that object for 3 seconds till sidebar completes. Oh, I had something like that in my game. You're using Unity, right? I would share, but I'm in bed now. Oh, okay. So you just want me to magically solve your problem. Okay. Well, the problem is if you look at line 15, do you see that semicolon that you're missing on line 15? That's a problem. You're welcome. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's a bunch of different reasons why it wouldn't work, or it wouldn't be that case, or it would be the case that it's not working. Oh yeah, this guy. um, it could be the case that you're if you're checking it, if you're adding in the time at incorrect intervals, like if you're not doing it every update, that might be the problem. It could be that you have some sort of time dilation with your game. And if you're using, I'm assuming I made a mistake, the time takes from client. Yeah, I would have to understand how you're taking that, because usually if you have something like that, I would just use update, you know? There's a more advanced way of doing it, and I think it's a little bit overkill for some cases. It goes with FPS lag, that's why it takes long. It goes with FPS lag. That's interesting. If you are going with okay. That means that you're not taking the delta time, because even with lag, it wouldn't matter, right? Because with lag, if you're getting the delta time, it's already calculating the time between the last frame, right? So probably something like that. Wait 1 second. Let me check if I have it on my phone. Okay, check. Yeah, that's got to be delta. Yeah. Um, yeah, it has something to do with that. Either somehow you're capturing the time. It's probably incorrect. That's the only thing I say without looking at the code more directly. What was I doing? Oh, the languages, right. So the language, we got this drop down. A few problems. Let me switch it to Russian really quick. By the way, this is a design tip that I got from my mentor, and she told me that whenever you're designing for a multi-language product and you have different localizations, you should design in Russian, because Russian is one of the longest languages that exist out there. So if you're design using Russian. If you're planning on supporting Russian. I guess the better way of saying this would be, when you're designing screens, design with the longest language that you are planning on supporting. And Russian is pretty much like like if you're making something, Russia is like a market that you would want to be in, right? For most games, unless you did some market research and found that the genre of game that you're making isn't popular in Russia, then maybe you wouldn't want to care about it. But do a little bit of research and figure out what language is the longest, and then that's when you should be designing in. And this is a good note, because if we look at my design, don't look at that. These are our Steam assets that we had to make. If we look at mine, right? Okay, remember what I said about designing in the longest language you have? Yeah, I just didn't do that, so it's just easier to design in English, just because we understand English here. We speak English. We're American, right? Okay, so this is our start screen. We were playing around with different ideas, but we basically have to take this and then drop it into Unity. So how are we going to do that? I don't know. We'll figure it out, hopefully. One thing that I do want to do is... Okay. Do you see this right here? This button right here. The problem with it right now is that localization thing. So if it is longer, let's say just for example that this select is meant to be longer. Do I already have it? No, I don't. I was being lazy. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. If we have it, so this is something really... Okay. Let's do it this way. Okay. If we have it that something is real... Okay, that's incorrect. Let's, Huh. It is correct. I've just... fuck. Okay, whatever. If we have something that is really, really, really long, like as a language... and I think that Russian did actually have something that was like that, where it was like a single word in English, but then for Russian, it was really long for some reason. Let me see what word that was. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. It was like back or something, and it was like a fucking 10 million letter word. I was like, Jesus, I'm just saying back. What's wrong with you? Russia? True. No, it's French. No, it's Russian. No. I'm thinking of a different word. No, it's French. Fucking French, bro. I guess that one's kind of long. It was French. The one that I was thinking about was French. The word was pets. Pets. Simple, easy word, you know? We have pets over here. And for French, because they have such a fucky language, instead of it being that, it's this. Like that. Animal da campagne is a animal companion. That's fucking French, bro. Okay, hold on. Let's set it back. Pets. I guess for this, let me look at select, if that's how that looks in the different languages. Can you give me select? Yep. Pick, choose. So it looks like for the... It's fucking French again, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, French is the longest one. Okay. So this is what French looks like. This is select. And if you see, this is the problem. Okay, this is the problem. This is what I have to address. Select looks like this in French, but you could see that we're losing a little bit of this gray space right here, and we would want it to be more like this. If we have select, we want it to be more like that, right? But it changes depending on the actual language. So, oh, did my screen go out? Fuck. Sorry. I don't know when that happened. There we go. So, I think the way that we would have to solve this is that we would have to make some sort of shader. I can't see it, but it was something like this. Raycast timer plus equals time dot delta time. Wait, I'm gonna type more. Okay. So if that's the case, I have to see where you're actually calling this method, because if you're calling it on an event or something, then that's a problem, you know? I can imagine it being a problem if you are linking it to an event where you click a button, because it depends on how many times, you know, the player clicks a button in order to get it, you know? And delta time works... The way that delta time works is that it gets the time between the last frame, right? Not between the last time you check that time. So if you did have it event-based, you could add a tracker. You could just store the time somewhere, and then that could work. But then it would be really consistent to determine whether you're holding that button long enough or not. I would move it to update if you are not using update. If you are, perfect. If not, then that's it. As far as my problem, my stream, just kidding. Yeah, we got to figure this out. I'm thinking a shader, but I'm also thinking, like, how can we make it so it's bigger? Another solution that we could do is We could just make the size smaller, but I don't like that idea. You know what I mean? I don't like the idea of just making it smaller. So let's do something like this. I feel like this is going to be a little bit difficult. Oh, wait. If we can just change this. No, we can't. We can't. We can't. Okay, sorry. What I'm thinking of right now is if we turn this into a 9-sliced object. So what I was initially thinking of doing was doing something like this, where we change this to white, and then we change this to white. Private float raycast timer equals if input get key E, raycast timer plus equals delta time if raycast timer is greater than or equal to raycast interval, handle raycast hit, raycast timer is equal to 0. Okay. I think it's something like that if I'm not mistaken. Well, raycast timer plus equals time dot delta time if raycast timer is greater than. Okay. But I need to know where it's being called. Is this an update? This was my idea. Okay. This was the idea. If we had this and we increased it to like 70 height. Whoop, not that big. 70. And then we had 70 width. So it's a square. We could, theoretically, 9 slices and just make it so. Actually, would that work? Hold on. Let's try this. Export 9 slice gradient left. Or we could just twist it. Let me change the name of partially rounded gradients. Okay. Let's get out of here. Hello. What the fuck is going on? My Unity is frozen. Why? Close window. I don't know why it's frozen. Interesting. Interesting. Why is it frozen? Let's just close it and hopefully nothing bad happens. Okay, perfect. Boop, boop, boop. Cloud conflict. Oh no. Click here to try again. Retry sync. Interesting that it's throwing that error. Not too sure why. Let's open this back up. I don't know how you're meant to do cloud saving, but the way I did it, I think was kind of unsafe. I don't know how you're supposed to do it though. Okay, let's go to third-party art assets, UI. Let's do the partially rounded gradients. Toss it in, cancel. Okay, desktop. There we go, partially rounded gradients. Okay, and then we're going to set this to... Oh, it's already set. Yeah, it's already set. clear. Single. Apply. Open sprite editor. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to change this border right here to like right there. I think it's gonna look ugly though. Maybe it will. Apply. Oh, we also have to apply the border right here. And then right here. And then we apply. And we don't need a left side. Okay, let's go to canvas. It's going to be in persistent UI because this is going to be just telling us where. There it is. There he is. Okay. And it should be above the background. Why is it not above? In-game currency. Oh. It's because it's not a UI. Okay, let's go UI image. Boom, easy. Whoops. Gradient. F. Okay, let's hit it to the bottom right. That's the bottom right. Ah, this stupid oh my god. There we go. Okay, and then let's add in the gradient to the bottom over here. If this works, it'll be perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That is kind of exactly what we're looking for. Can we make it bigger? Look at it. Oh my god. I was about to make something super complicated for no reason. That's okay. That's good. Okay, let's get rid of these. Nope, undo that. Let's get rid of this. Okay, cool on that. So we got this section done. And it's meant to be black, right? So we could just change the color. Ah, that's what I was worried about. You see that? In the corner? It just looks ugly. So a way that we could go about fixing that is that we intentionally add it to the design. Because there's this like really harsh transition. Would that fix it? I don't know if that would fix it. I'm basically talking about doing that. If we look at that, let's change it to black. I just want to see what it looks like black. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it could work. Maybe it could work. 70. White. White. Send this over around there. Let's just save it in our repo. Repo, fruit transfer, assets, art assets, UI, partially rounded gradient. Save. Yes. I don't know. Yeah, what do you think about that? I don't know. Interesting. Interesting. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Okay, hold on. Now I have to figure out a way. I've tried doing this before and I just could not figure out how to do it. I have to figure out a way to change the size depending on the actual size of the text. But every time I have tried to do that, it has led to it just hasn't worked, you know? And I don't really know how to go about it so it does work. Let's go to the localization real quick and then add in select. Okay, let's go terms. Let's add in a new term. Select. Create key. Create key. Yeah, I couldn't find it. You don't know where it's being called? What do you mean? What do you mean you couldn't find it? Select. ChatGPT told me to use time.realtime since startup or server authoritative timer. Are you doing this on... I couldn't find it on phone and I'm too lazy to get up. Okay, well. Yeah, you could do real time since startup, but then you would have to keep track of when you actually... I don't know why it tells you to use that. I wouldn't use that. I don't ever use that. I just, if I want to keep track of something, I always just keep track of it when it does start up, either on start or update, you know. Chinese. Okay, what? Bro, I just started streaming. Bro, this motherfucker, you better not fuck with me. It's probably going to be a short stream today if he says yes. This motherfucker. Selection node. German. Schwalen. I don't know how to say that. I need to learn more about client and server. You have explained so little to me about about the code. If it's a multiplayer game, there could be a lot of different reasons, and then that might make sense to use startup. Since startup, maybe. I need more info. Yes. Oh, this motherfucker. Okay. We have been streaming. Next stream is going to be super long, okay? This stream is a little short. I promise. Next stream we're going to do 24 hours nonstop. But thank you for coming, Omed. Thank you, Zeth. I am going to head out for today. And I'll be back tomorrow to actually work on the game more. See ya, dude. See ya. Bye. If you want to join Mr. Zeth, you can. It'll be cool to talk and see you again. Okay, bye. Bye, 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 bye.